8 U.S. presidents who died in office. What really happened? William Henry Harrison, 1841. The inauguration that killed in 1841, just 31 days after delivering the longest inaugural address in American history during a cold, wet Washington day. William Henry Harrison became the first president to die in office. After refusing to wear a coat or hat during his nearly 2-hour speech, Harrison developed pneumonia and died on April 4th, establishing the precedent that presidential death would transfer power to the vice president and shocking a nation that had never faced such a constitutional crisis. Zachary Taylor, 1850. Death by 4th of July. In 1850, during the heated national debate over slavery's expansion into new territories, Zachary Taylor attended 4th of July festivities at the Washington Monument, where he consumed large quantities of cold milk, ice water, and raw cherries on an extremely hot day. Taylor fell violently ill with severe stomach cramps and died 5 days later on July 9th, leaving the Compromise of 1850 to be signed by his successor and fueling decades of conspiracy theories about possible poisoning. Abraham Lincoln, 1865. The theater assassination in 1865, while attending a performance of Our American Cousin at Ford's Theater with his wife Mary, Abraham Lincoln was shot in the back of the head by Confederate sympathizer John Wilkes Booth during the third act. Lincoln died the following morning on April 15th from the gunshot wound, making him the first president assassinated and transforming him into a martyr for the Union cause while plunging the nation into unprecedented grief during Reconstruction. James Garfield, 1881. The disgruntled office seeker. In 1881, just 4 months into his presidency, James Garfield was shot twice by Charles Guiteau, a disgruntled office seeker, at a Washington, D.C. railroad station as he prepared to board a train. Garfield lingered for 80 days while doctors probed his wounds with unsterilized instruments, likely causing the infection that killed him on September 19th, highlighting the primitive state of American medical care and the dangers of political patronage. William McKinley, 1901. The anarchist target. In 1901, while greeting visitors at the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo, New York, William McKinley was shot twice in the abdomen by anarchist Leon Czolgosz, who had concealed a revolver under a handkerchief. McKinley initially appeared to recover from the surgery, but gangrene set in around the bullet wounds and he died 8 days later on September 14th, bringing Theodore Roosevelt to power and ushering in the progressive era. 6. Warren G. Harding, 1923. The mysterious hotel room death. In 1923, while returning from a speaking tour to defend his policies in Alaska and the West Coast, Warren G. Harding fell ill in San Francisco with what doctors initially diagnosed as food poisoning or heart problem. Harding died suddenly on August 2nd in his hotel room, with his wife refusing an autopsy, leading to persistent speculation about the exact cause of death and whether the mounting scandals of his administration played a role in his declining health. 7. Franklin Roosevelt, 1945. The wartime stroke. In 1945, while posing for a portrait at his retreat in Warm Springs, Georgia, Franklin D. Roosevelt suddenly complained of a terrific headache and collapsed from a massive cerebral hemorrhage. Roosevelt died within hours on April 12th after serving longer than any president in history, leaving behind a nation still fighting World War II and a vice president, Harry Truman, who knew nothing about the atomic bomb project. 8. John Kennedy, 1963. The Dallas Conspiracy. In 1963, while riding in an open motorcade through Dealey Plaza in Dallas, Texas, during a political trip to heal divisions within the Democratic Party, John Kennedy was struck by multiple rifle shots fired by Lee Harvey Oswald from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. Kennedy died at Parkland Hospital 30 minutes later on November 22nd, creating the most investigated presidential death in history and spawning countless conspiracy theories that persist to this day. Make sure you're subscribed before you go.